Hi everybody, Happy New Year. I am so happy to be with you today, and we are going to make these easy, fun little stars. And my thinking with these, and what I'm going to try to do myself, is I'm going to try with every project I make to use some of my scraps to make one of these little stars, and then by next Christmas, I will have plenty to go on a Christmas tree. Now you could hang these just in a window. They don't have to be Christmas. They're very easy to make. You may have seen them before. I think they're pretty well known, but I'm going to show you how to make them. And let me show you what I have here. This one is just out of plain white artisan cardstock, and I'm actually using this one as a topper on a little Christmas tree. The top of the tree just slides right in there. And then these two I made using Graphic 45 Christmas time scraps, and you can see they're just different sizes. And then this one I used, I think it was Prima Lavender, and then I put some glitter vinyl on the back of it to make it sparkly, and then I cut my strips. I don't recommend, I mean, it looks great, but it was a pain in the neck because the artisan really didn't, I mean not the artisan, the art glitter glue didn't stick well with the glitter, oddly enough. I think it would probably be pretty easy to do if you used a hot glue gun, but just be careful you don't burn your fingers. Okay, so let me set these aside and show you what we're gonna cut. And I think we'll make, I'm trying to decide on the size because I want to make sure you can see it. So I'm going to go with, let's make the biggest one, and that way you can see it. You can cut your strips basically any size you want. But for this one, I think that I'm trying to decide. I think I'll go with 8. I don't think it's going to be the same size as that one. I'm going to cut 8-inch strips, it'll be smaller, by 3/8. And I just pulled out this piece to use. You want a double-sided paper, but if it's not double-sided, you can do what I just said and put the glitter on the back. Just cutting the top off. I should have cut these before we started, but that's all right. I'll just edit out so you don't have to watch me cutting. What you're going to need are, I'm thinking. You need a total of 12. So let me go with 6-inch strips. That way I'll get 2 out of each strip. So we're going to go with 6-inch strips. And I'll go, since I'm going at 6 by 3/8. So you want to cut 3 strips, the full length of your paper, by 3/8. So we're going to need 3 strips. No, we're going to need 6 strips. Sorry. 6 strips by 3/8. All right, that's all the paper you'll need for one star. And again, you could cut those 1/4 inch wide by 6 inches. You could cut them you know, and then cut them in half and get 3 inches. You can really make them any size you like. So I'm going to cut these all in half, so I have 6-inch strips. I'm recording this. It is Christmas Day morning, and I am taking a few minutes to myself to do this because it's fun. And I will be going to my family's house later. We are social distancing, of course. However, my sister's household is my household. They're the only people that I see. Okay, there we go. Now, for the first little bit, it is helpful to have a mat. So I'm going to bring my mat up, even though it's kind of ugly. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'm not, because I cut these in inches and my mat is in centimeters. So I'll just use a ruler. And what you want is take your star or your strip, put one strip vertically. Then you're going to take another strip and place it horizontally. And what you want to do is make sure that these two pieces are square. That's 3. You know what, I am going to get a mat because it'll just be so much easier. Let me grab a 1-inch ruled mat. Hang on. All right. There we have a mat. All right, I want to move this in such a way that you can see. So what I'm going to do, let's start that again, is center a strip over the 3-inch mark on the mat, because these are 6 inches and 3 inches is half the length, okay? Then you want to take your second piece and put it crosswise, centered over the 3-inch mark. Now, if you cut yours 8 inches, you'd use the 4-inch mark. If you did 12 inches, you'd use the 6-inch mark, okay? Just easy, easy, easy. Then you're just going to lift this up a little bit and put a dab of glue and just glue that down. Just like that, okay? Now, from this point on, you don't really need the mat. So what you want to do is take your second piece and lay it right beside the first and leave a little gap. And the gap is pretty much up to you. Just eyeball it and use that gap throughout. And oh, look like I didn't cut mine too evenly, but that's okay. And then you just want to roll that back, put a dab of glue, and down. Now, you'll notice you put this vertical piece down first, then this crosswise piece, and now this piece. So the vertical piece is under this crosswise piece, but this vertical piece is over it, and that's what we want because we're weaving. All right, now we're going to put a piece on the other side of the center piece, the same distance. Oops, I have a cat coming. There is no way for you to get through there, baby. Okay. Well, I lied. She's finding a way. Okay, there we go. Merry Christmas from Jolly and Happy New Year. Okay, nobody can see with you there, baby. Yeah. Come on. Okay. I didn't let her go over there because my computer's over there uploading a video. Okay, so now we have 3 vertical strips and 1 horizontal. So we have to add 2 more horizontal strips. Okay, so this is going to go over, under, over. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to lift this one up, put a little glue, maybe, there we go. And then we're going to lift this one up on this side and put a little glue. And you can turn it at this point. Just like that. Okay, and then you want to lift the middle one up, tuck the tip of your glue bottle under there, and put a little glue there. Okay, all right, so now we have, this was first, second, third, and then we put this one in. Well, actually it was first, second, third, fourth, and now we have this one, and now we have to add one on this side. same thing. Make sure your ends are as even as you can make them, and your gap is about the same. So do the middle one first. Just like that. Okay. That one. Oops. And that one. Okay, so that is the entire assembly for 1/2 of the star. Okay, so set that aside, and you're going to make another one, and you have an option here. You can make the other one exactly the same, or you can flip them over and put the other side of your paper up. I'm going to make mine the same for this one. So I'm going to center it, because these are 6-inch strips. I'm going to center it on the 3-inch mark. And then I'm going to take the other strip, another strip, and center it on the horizontal 3-inch mark. Just like so. And she's coming back. No, honey, you really cannot be up here today. Oopsie daisy. I know. Okay. There. Okay. And a little bit of glue. Right. And then we're going to do the next one. One. Let's see if that one's a little long, but I can trim it. It's no big deal. Okay, now we're going to do the other one. So this one goes under here. About the same width apart as we used before, and straight. Clearly I cut one of my strips a little off. That's all right. Because what you can do, and I'll show you, is if you have uneven ends, you can just trim them. And there, and that one there. You can see these are quick. Okay. And what I'm doing with this one, because I have that one that's a little long, is I'm evening it up with this end, and then I'll just trim that other one. Go. Realigning these. Go. Oops. And of course it skidded on me. There we go. Okay. And if you have a one of those silicone craft mats, this would not be a bad idea to get it out and use it with this project, because you do get a lot of glue seepage usually on the mat. Okay, so now I'll grab my scissors. Probably little scissors would be the way to go, but I've got these. And I'm just going to trim off that long one at each end to make sure these are even. And let me see the other one. I think I had one here that was a little bit long. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going back to the first one so that one has a chance to dry. And what you want to do, so right now it's facing like a cross. You just want to turn it a little bit so it's more like an X, okay? And what you're going to do is you're working with the two inner pieces of each V. So this one and this one, you're going to ignore the middle pieces. So you're going to start with this piece here, the one that's to your left on the V, and you're going to take and just gently twist it over, like that. Then you're going to take this one and twist it over the same way, and then line them up like so. Okay? Clear on that? I hope you can see. I'll try to zoom in so you can see. But what you're doing is you're lining up this top edge with the side of that one and the top edge of this with the side of that one so they're even. Okay? And then you're going to glue them. So what I'm just going to do is put a little glue here first. Take this one. You can see why you need double-sided paper. And just glue that in place. Just like that. Okay, easy. Now you want to rotate it. Take the next one. Do the same thing. That one. And that one. And just pinch it in place till it holds. The art glitter glue is good for this because it grabs on in a hurry. Okay, and we're going to pivot. Do the next one. And then we're going to turn it. And there. And then we're going to do the last one. Now this is I'm going to make a fairly good size. This 6-inch length of strip makes a pretty good size little star. But you could, if you made 4-inch strips, you would get 3 out of each. Like if you did 4 by 1/4, you would get 3 out of each 1/4-inch strip. So you'd only need 1 inch of paper to make a star, which is what this one is. That's the size this one is, and also this one. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing with this one. And you do want to make sure that you give these just I mean, with the art glitter glue, it really only takes a minute to be dry in the middle here before you do this step. Otherwise, you could pull it up here when you do this step. But the art glitter glue dries so quickly that you really don't have to wait more than a minute. Okay, there we go. It's really breezy outside. I don't know if you can hear that. We have a cold front coming through. It's supposed to get down in the 30s tonight, which for us is extremely cold. Go. And the last one. So I don't know about all of you, but I'm kind of glad to see the backside of 2020. For me, I mean, it wasn't a horrible year, honestly. But it was certainly a challenging year, let's put it that way. Okay, here we go. All right, so now you have 2 of these. And let me hold it up. You'll notice that they're sort of cupped, right? The little stars are cupped. So what you want to do is stack these face to face. Now, if you try to stack them like this, they're going to bump into each other. But if you rotate one 45 degrees, they will nestle right in between each other. You see? Okay. That's my cat. What on earth are you doing? She's playing with the blinds. Okay. So, stack them like this. Then you want to take, we'll start with the bottom ones. And you're going to take that straight strip and just lift it and tuck it through. Just like that. Tuck it through and tuck it through, just like that. Okay? And then of course, we're going to do just what you would expect and glue those into place. Don't worry, they're going to be longer than your star. They're going to hang over. Just glue it down. Now, notice that that is not perfectly centered. No big deal. Don't even fuss over it. Turn this one around. I mean, you can play with it if you want and try to make them perfectly centered, but honestly, not a problem. There we go. 2. Oops. Well, that one could have been a little better centered. I'm going to move it a little bit. Okay, not perfectly centered is fine. Completely off center, maybe not so much. Okay. Whoops, that one slid on me. There we go. I'm just going to pinch that in place. Wiping off any glue. Okay, there we go. Almost done. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to repeat that with the other strips that are left. So just tuck them through, just like that. So you can see, like that. Okay, and then glue those in place. Now, in order to hang these on your tree, you can either use a good strong hole punch like a crocodile or something, punch through all those layers, and then insert a string, like a baker's twine or something, or a grommet even if you wanted, and then your baker's twine. Or if you don't have something like that, you can just run a string right through one of these openings. It'll be perfectly fine. Did I get them all? Looks like I did. Now I'm going to grab just a smaller pair of scissors, and you just want to go through and trim these even at each corner. I'm a little blind, so I don't know if I got that straight or not. I don't think I did. Hang on. There we go. I had to pull it up where I could see it. Okay. This is authentic paper. It's really cute for this. But again, don't even worry about it. This happens to be Christmas paper, but it does not have to be Christmas paper. Any paper will do. So, like I said, any project you do throughout the year, just cut yourself 12 strips, equal length, and whatever width you have, and make yourself a star, and set it aside. And at Christmas time, you can fill a tree in your craft room or anywhere else with all these stars. All right, I think I got them all. There we go. Just clean up my mess a little bit. There you go, a two-sided Christmas star. to put on your Christmas tree or wherever else you like. You could hang them in a window, put them on a wreath. They don't even have to be for Christmas. It'd be nice on a package. So here's some of the other ones that we have. There's one that's plain white. And there we go. Now this one used the 6-inch strips as well, but this one I used a 1/2 inch, just so you can see a little bit of the difference. So this used 1/2 inch. Well, this one used 1/2 inch. This one used 3/8. This one used 3/8. And these used 1/4, and these were 4-inch strips with 1/4 inch wide. All right. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you try these. They're super easy. And they're fun to make. And they don't use much supplies. So thanks very much. Happy New Year. And feel free to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to ask any questions down below. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.